What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever been left on a finish and thought, where do I actually go from here, then this video is definitely for you. Today we're going to be looking at some most common checkouts you'll come across in a game of darts. I'll explain the route, why players choose it, and then we'll have a couple of realistic attempts at taking out each finish. You won't see me hit it every checkout the first time because that's not how darts work. Sometimes we'll miss, sometimes we'll change route, and hopefully that'll help you understand the thinking behind each finish. Let's get into it. So we're going to start with the most common finish in darts, which is 40. So realistically 40 is double top. So let's have a change at double top. Right, as you can see, I've gone all the way around the houses and I've gone 20, 10, double 5. That is your 40. So yes, I did it in the first attempt, but we want to be getting to double top. Right, I've hit 1. That leaves me with 39, so I can now change. So I'm going to go 7 and double 16. So you go, I've hit it back to back for you. Okay, so now we've got 32. Most players will tell you this is their favourite double 16. The reason is if you miss inside, it keeps halving, i.e. go inside 16, you're left with double 8, then double 4, then double 2. It always leaves another double after a double. So, here we go. Right, as you can see on that case, I hit double 16 on the second dart, but that doesn't count. Right, as you can see, I'm now left with double 2. And I pinned it first dart. So as you can see, it's not really a difficult task. Now let's try 52. So most players will score 20 first, leaving double 16. Others prefer 12 for tops. Neither is wrong. It's all about which doubles you're most confident on. I'll stick with going for the 20. We'll have it 12. And I've gone inside for 20, leaving double 10. See if we can hit that, then we'll have one more attempt. And I completely fluffed that up. Let's go with one more attempt. We're going to go the 20 route for double 16. Hopefully we'll get it this time. Double top, leaving double 6. Right, we couldn't get that one. So now we're going to move on. We're now going to go for 61. Again, this is another one I like. The standard route is treble 15 for double 8. If you only hit single 15, you've still got options. However, I'm going to go for outer ball, double 16, double 18, because that's my favourite route. Right, I've hit bullseye. Leaves me with 11. And I bust. And I get the outer ball. Attempt 2. 7. Right. So 61, 7. That leaves 56. 55, 54. So it leaves 54. So now you can go 4 ball. You can go 14 for double top. Or you can go 18, double 18. I'm going to try 18, double 18. 1, 17. So as you can see, well, actually we'll have one more attempt, but as you can see, they're not always easy. 16. So now I've hit 16, I realistically want to hit 45. So let's go double 12, and 13, which wouldn't have made a difference anyway. So, to be fair, if you hit single 15, you've still got options. We're now going to try 81. So most professionals start on treble 19. If they only hit a single 19, they've got 62 left. That's still a very manageable checkout, because then most of them will go treble 10, double 16, or they will go 12 bull. So it all depends on what you hit, really. So let's go for it. 7. So 7 on 81 leaves me 74. So I can still do it in 2 darts, but I now need 54 double 10. Treble 13, treble 10. Let's go back again for the attempt 2. 7, back to the same number again. 18, and miss. Which is about standard, because not everyone gets it. Let's have one more attempt at it. This is attempt number 3. 19. So now I've hit 19, I've got 62 left. So let's now go for 12, leaving 1 shot at the bullseye. And I hit out a ball, so that would have 25 left. But then your opponent could be on 101 and could check it out. So it's important that you get these doubles to perfection. So now we're going to move on to 96. This is one you'll see quite often. So people will go treble 20, double 18. So, let's have a go. 5. So that leaves 91. And then that other left. That other left for double top. And I hit it. So let's go again. This is now attempt number 2. 20. Now left 76. So I'm going to stay on the treble 20 bed. I've now got the treble 20. I've hit 80. I've got 16 left. Double 8. And I busted. Because I went into the actual 16. You need to finish on a double. It's unlucky. Let's have one more attempt. Right. So obviously that one didn't work. We're now going to go on to some of the harder ones now. So we're going to now go for the classic 100 checkout. Clear treble 20 double top finish. But if you hit 20, you can either go treble 20 double 10 or double top, or bull double 15. It all depends on how you've angled your first dart. I've hit 20. Can I sneak it past the treble 20 bed? Probably not, because it is dead centre. So now I'm going to have to go for the double top, which I don't like doing, but if I do get it, it piles on pressure. Okay, I scored 60 with 3 darts now. It all depends on what your opponent's left with. If your opponent's on 300, that's fine. You can then just go double top, miss, miss, miss. And then your opponent could hit a 180, piling on the pressure for a ton plus out. $20. Now can I get the treble 20 bed? I can now. Well, I've hit treble 20, left with double 10. And I've hit 15. So that would have been 95 with 1 double 2 remains. Five. I've got 95 left, treble 19, double 19. 19, so that would have left 4 19s, but you can't do that in 2 darts. Unless you're at double 19, double 19. 20. 20, 20. Again, that leaves 60. We'll have one more shot at the double top, then we'll move on. And I missed a double 10. So the problem is, because look at how it's angled, look, it's near enough near the wire, which is close to the wire in my eyes. Too close for comfort. The problem is, if your opponent's on, say like 170, which we're going to try and tackle later, which will be funny. I've only ever hit 2 170 checkouts. One against my dad, one online. Yeah. So now we're going to go for, let's just have a look what I've wrote down. Let's now start getting things a little bit more interesting. We're going to go for 121. So if you begin on treble 20, you get 61 left, usually 11 for the ball. Or you can go 20, that'll leave 101, 51 ball. Or you can go treble 20, treble 14, is it double 11, or is it treble 60, leaving, yeah. So it's 60, 33, 24 for 121. 20. 51. Okay, so on my first attempt, I did actually get treble 17 and I got the 20, but then that means I'd have left 45. The opponent might be on, say, 110. They might check that out. So let's have attempt number 2. 5. Now, because you're on 121, you've got 116 in 2 darts. So the best thing you can do is line up treble 20. That'll then leave 56 or 66. Yeah, I think. No, it'll leave 56. Then you can go 16, leaving double top, and hoping your opponent's not on a finish. 20. And okay, so that wasn't really the best example, but we'll go again. 15. Now that leaves 106. Again, can't do it. If it was 104 or 107, you can then go 54 ball or 57 ball. But now you've just got to lay up. 5, so that's 20. So that leaves 101. And now I've hit 57 again. So now I've hit 57 again. That now 51 again rather. That now leaves 50. If I'm brave enough, I will just use this as my first dart. I'm now at 10. Intentionally going for the bullseye, but now I've hit 10. I can now leave double top to rely back on. I've hit that too low. Now it's gone into 20. I've got double 10 left. Right, finally. So that's 121. That is now 121 took out in 6 darts. Now, that's as a last resort. If you can take 121 out in less than 6, I don't know, 5 darts, 4 darts, even in 3 darts, it's great. So now that we've completed 121, we're now going to go to a set penultimate checkout. Well, I say penultimate. This is going to be now the final checkout, and that is going for the maxi. So, the maximum checkout in a game of 501 is 170. 2 treble 20s and a bullseye. Now, this is the maximum checkout, biggest finish. This isn't going to be hit all the time. Even the professionals don't hit this all the time, unless you're Luke Littler, of course, and you'd probably have about 10 in one tournament. But that's besides the by. Standard professionals don't get them that often. I think Gerwin Price this season's only had 2 170s. He might have even had 3. They don't come that quick. So let's have an attempt 1. 20. That leaves 150. 130. And I've missed. Okay. So now that leaves me with 130 in 3 darts. let's just say your opponent's on 40, because he's now just hit a big number. He's hit a 180 from 220, leaves him on 40. We've got 130. Treble 20. 5. 2. Unlucky, but that will probably possibly mean your opponent checks out. Let's have attempt number 2. Treble 20. 20, that is in 1. 57. That leaves me with 118. So that's now put me on 118. Treble 20, treble 19, and a 1. So that's 57, 60, 117, 118. That now leaves me with 52. So now we're going to go back to how we did 52 before. 20, 16, and now I've missed. But that's okay, because my opponent might not be there. Which means I've had possibly 7 darts at a 170. Miss. Miss. And 11. So then that'll put you back on 5. And with it being 170, you've got to be really clinical, because unfortunately leaving your shot at the bullseye for the 170, you're doing something right. Let's have one more attempt. Treble 20. 20. And a 20. That is 100. So now that leaves me with 70 for the game shot in the match. 1. 19. 1 dart at the ball. And 10. That'll left me double top. Let's just see if we can finish this off. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the most useful and well-known checkouts in darts. The biggest thing to remember is it's not just learning numbers. It's understanding why the players chose the certain routes and knowing what to do when the first dart lands and it doesn't exactly land where you planned. So hopefully by watching this video, watching a few realistic attempts gives you a better idea on how these dart finishes actually play out in a real game. Nobody checks out perfectly every single time. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, let me know down in the comments which checkout you'd like me to cover next, or even which double gives you the most trouble. I'm thinking about making a full checkout series covering every finish from 2 all the way up to 170. So if that's something you'd like to see, let me know. Thanks for watching, good luck on the hockey, and I'll see you in the next one.